And we continue our chronological coverage of every issue of Fantastic Four with issue 9. Paul, do you still watch these videos? I seem to remember you really liked these. I mean, they're going to run the whole year. They're doing all 12 issues, so hopefully you still are. Let's get started. This came out in September of 1962. This, of course, is the facsimile edition, and as you can see, we have the return of the Submariner. Now, like all the previous issues, it is written by Stan Lee and drawn by Jack Kirby, but this is the very first issue to formally credit them. Namor is in Atlantis watching TV. He's watching a news report about the Fantastic Four has gone bankrupt. He's got a little framed picture of Sue Storm. And he figures out a plan. Wonder what he's got in mind. In the meantime, Reed is trying to calm all his creditors that have come for money, and boy, he is really stressed out. Johnny and Ben and Sue, if you can see her there, even though she's invisible, are saying, hey, we could become like circus sideshow acts and make some money. Saying, no, come on, now, I gotta come up with a real way to make money. I'm gonna sell all my stuff. Well, how did they lose money? Because Reed is always inventing and selling and making lots of money. Well, it turns out he put all his money in the stock market and blew it all. They're pretty mad at him about it. I don't know why, because it's his money. It's not theirs. He can do what he wants. He's not married to Sue yet. He's nobody's parent here. I mean, get off the guy's back. He made an idiot move by getting in the stock market, kind of like my coworker. She's always talking about her relative, I believe, that she seems to have a lot of reverence for his input and wisdom, or I should say wisdom, on what stock she should put her money into, or what meme coins and things like that. And of course she loses all her money on all of it. But that's the way it goes. So Ben, he goes and visits his girlfriend Alicia. Is she his girlfriend yet? Now she's making him dolls, playing with his face. She, you remember, she's the daughter of the puppet master. But what she does do, girlfriend or not, is she convinces Ben, go back and make friends, quit being a jerk. So he goes and hugs everybody, almost kills them. But they agree to face their problems as a team, because you know what? They got an offer to be in a movie about themselves. So that'll be pretty cool. And it's going to pay them $1 million. That'll solve all of their problems just by this perfectly timed letter in the mail. And so now they got to get to Hollywood, but they have no money to get there. So they hitchhike. I love it. Hitchhiking. And we got one of these pages again where Johnny shows off his powers and explains how he can fly, because as, I guess, living fire, he's lighter than air. I don't know, fire really doesn't fly, does it? And his body isn't made of fire, he's just on fire. But hey, whatever. Okay, now we're at the SM Studios. I wonder what that stands for. Now, is that John Wayne? Is that Elizabeth Taylor? Am I looking like a moron here? That's got to be Alfred Hitchcock. I don't know who that is. Oh, that is Bob Hope, right? And this would be Bing Crosby. That's a pretty good drawing. Ooh, Jackie Gleason. And who would that be? That's Sal Mineo? I don't know. Looks like somebody. Is it Tony Curtis? Okay, now we've got just a regular receptionist that the Thing is fawning over. Hey, I thought Alicia was your girlfriend. And they enter the office of the guy who is offering to put them in a movie, and it is Mr. SM himself, Submariner. So that was his scheme, I guess. Put them in a movie, and he's financing it with all the sunken treasures that he has found at the bottom of the ocean. Look at that. Paying them some money up front. Let's get started. Johnny, of course, blows all his money on a sports car to impress some dames. I thought you guys had bills to pay. Well, no, I guess that's just Reed's problem, right? The Thing, he goes to Muscle Beach. Oh my gosh, Muscle Beach in 62? 1962, yeah, Muscle Beach, wow. Long before the days of Arnold, Sue goes out to dinner with Namor. And she's just wondering, well, why are you doing this for us? And he says, you'll find out later. So now they're going to go out and film Reed's scene. Check out his stretching powers. I don't know how he holds his body aloft like that. Maybe he's lighter than air like Johnny. Okay, so he has to fight a Cyclops right out of the Greek myths. And they're going to film him from way offshore. And here he comes. Wow, it's a real Cyclops. He's going to smash him. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I like how Jack Kirby uses his powers. Slingshot that rock right back at the Cyclops, trip him. He can't be hurt by being flattened. This is great. This is great. Tricks him into falling down a pit. In the meantime, Namor has fled the scene. He's not filming anything. This was, of course, a trick. He's off to go take care of Johnny Storm. He has him jumping out of a plane with a parachute down. Well, he doesn't even deploy the parachute. I guess he did. It's out here. We didn't see it, though. And he's been taken prisoner by these natives. So he's like, well, this is pretty easy. I'll just burn them all to death. Nope, no such luck. They're immune to fire. And he flies so long he runs out of flame power, drops right back down to the ground, didn't get away, because he's on a deserted island, and it's too far away for him to fly to safety, I guess. So they capture him, put him in a cage, and I guess they're going to cook him? Oh, they're making more of their potion that makes them invulnerable to fire. And he looks pretty pissed off. Oh, he got his fire powers back, and he can duplicate himself? Oh, he makes like fire clones. Neat. And I don't know what's going on here. He flies. He finds a active volcano. He goes inside. Wow, floods the whole village with the volcano. Maybe that was too much for their fire powers? I don't know. I read this last week and I can't remember exactly what the details are. It doesn't matter. Namor, of course, is off to go take care of the thing. They're on the beach. He's just going to fist fight him right there. He doesn't need any kind of a scam or scheme. He's just going to beat him up. That's cool. Yeah, Namor's a man. Bam, bam, bam. He is taking him out. He is taking him out. Wow. But that's when Ben smartens up and he's like, what's the deal here? I'm tiring out. And he's getting stronger and stronger. Oh, it's the water. I got to pull him away from the water. And he does. Pulls him away from the water so he can start to win the fight. But right then he gets struck by lightning. Struck by lightning? Where did that come from? No, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. He didn't. It was a power of Namor's. Isn't that interesting? It's a little hard to tell what's happening here, but it says Namor has used the power of an electric eel to shock him, and it just turns him back into Ben. That's pretty cool. Namor just knocks him out. I'm sure he doesn't care. He's back to being a human. I like his little blue bathing suit. I got to get one of those. And so he goes back to Sue and says, hey, you know what? I killed all your friends and family, so let's get married. She's like, yeah, I don't think so. I'm out of here. Turns invisible, knocks everything over so he can easily find her. He flies with his little ankle wings and traps her inside. No, she traps him in a rug. And now he uses hypnosis powers. What is this? Ooh, radar sense from cavefish. Oh, he's got all these aquatic powers. Boy, he gets cooler and cooler. So now he can see her with radar. Catches her, and the family survived. They've come to rescue her, as they have to every issue. Big old brawl, and she, of course, defends him. Why would she defend him? He tried to murder her whole family and friends, and they come to save her from him, and she defends him. Why? Because look at his body. If he put a shirt on, she wouldn't care so much. He knows that. That's why he never wears a shirt. No, okay, she's got a better idea. She said, hey, we signed a contract. He already paid us. And he says, yeah, you're right. I did. So I'm going to go ahead and put that movie out. And I'm going to go back out to sea. And there we are. The movie has come out. Pretty cool. You know, I actually had a mysterious message come out of the blue at an opportune time that saved me at a time when, my failed trip to Tunisia, where I got deported out of Moscow back to America, and I was out a lot of money and just kind of fell really far behind, and my house actually went into foreclosure. I was able to save up enough money to save the house, but at that point, they wouldn't take the money from me anymore. They wouldn't even speak to me. Had to go through a lawyer. So now I had to use the money to pay a lawyer, but then that wouldn't give me the money to catch up on the house. And then out of the blue, I got I got a surprise message from someone who wanted to buy paintings of mine that I had made decades earlier and put pictures of on the internet, and he just happened to want to pay me all of the money I needed to pay the lawyer and to save the house and everything, and bam, I dug those things out of the bottom of a Tupperware bin where they had been stored since time immemorial, and I shipped them off, and he framed them and hung them up, and I financially straightened my whole life out, and I was very happy. But then many years later, he sold them as well. But you know what? He doubled his money! He doubled his money! Yeah, the legacy of my paintings live on! But they were all split up. They went to separate owners, so the set no longer exists as a set. So back to the comic, what else was on the shelves at this time from Marvel? We had Journey into Mystery, issue 86, which was the third appearance of Thor. We had The Incredible Hulk, issue 4, which was the fourth appearance of The Incredible Hulk. And we had Gunsmoke Western, issue 73, and Love and Romances, issue 102. I'll see you next time. Until next time. Why do I keep messing that up?